Happy Wednesday. How are you? Welcome back. Oh, just a second. Okay, we'll see how well this works. He's got his movie on, and I had to close the door, and I have a cat on the other side scratching, and a cat at this door that's going to be wanting out. So, but it is another cold day. We both are doing our best to stay warm and stay busy. And by busy, I mean sitting on the couch and chillaxing. So, she is just, their paws are hitting each other. I see you, Simba. Just a second. Okay, so he's paused the TV because the cats don't like doors closed, and especially this door to my sewing room. And it's cold in here. If I was in here today, I'd have to have my electric heater on in here. So, as I was saying, it's been a laid back day. Mr. Jerry's actually been in PJs all day long, and it is after 3. But he does his own laundry. I used to do it all the years when he worked, but now he does his own, so I won't complain about it. So he went to go take a shower. He's going to meet his sister and brother at his sister's house, and they're seeing each other since his sister's up here from Florida, and because she leaves for Florida Saturday. So the siblings are getting together for a family meeting regarding their mom. So, and I'll be home. So what have I been doing? Been drinking coffee this morning and crocheting. I did stop long enough to do the treadmill, and then I got into the shower after I rested a little bit. I started on that mystery crochet along. It's a mandala and mandala design blanket. And this week, because it comes out every Wednesday, this clue, there's 25 rows, and I'm just to row 10. It's not difficult, but I'm glad that she provided pictures. There's no video, because the way that she has for certain placements and stuff. So I've been working on that. Just using stash is what I'm using. I looked at her colors. I'm kind of basing off some colors off from it, but yeah, so after my shower, had lunch, and then let's see, I finished watching today the X-Men, the final frontier or something like, I don't know. I'm not good with names, I'm telling you. But it was the last one, and I've seen it many times, but it's a good movie for me that I like watching. And then I was looking for something else, and on Netflix there was shows I was looking at, and then I remembered Sandy saying how her sister had recommended 7 Dials from Agatha Christie and said she didn't like it, and Sandy was going to give it a try, and I thought, well, why not? So I'm not going to give anything out because I don't know if Sandy's watched it or not, but so far I like it. But if I only watched, there's 3 seasons, and I'm on season 2. I watched season 1. They're about an hour long, And so far, I liked it way better. I've liked it way better than last night of all the different Thor things that were on that I hadn't seen before. And now I know why I hadn't seen them before, because I couldn't hardly stand to watch them. They were bad. So, I'll probably have this all done before he goes off to his sister's, because she just lives in town. So, supper tonight is going to be, I think, corn dogs and French fries, something quick and easy. And then I just plan on being in my PJs and crocheting or doing whatever. So I did get block number 2 done for that imagination quilt. This is block number 2, and based on Anne of Green Gables. So I did get that all put together. Block 3 is still sitting here pinned up because I'm working on that mandala thing. But other than that, I haven't done anything. I guess we both, it's that time of year when, you know, it can either be super cold like it is, and speaking of which, we were just put under a cold watch. I've never heard of such a thing, but we're under a cold watch starting Friday, which doesn't surprise me, because they first said Friday was going to be a high of 8, then it was a high of 4, and yesterday was a high of 2. So yeah, so you know the wind chills are going to be in the teens, you know, or colder. So hi, Miss Nala. Yeah. Sorry, you probably saw the flicker of her tail go by. So in my scrappy quilt along, I don't think that comes out till tomorrow. So, and if it does, then I'll probably be in here sewing on that. Once I get in here, then maybe I'll sew. But because it is just cold, just cold. Woke up to snowing and everything, and it was coming right down. They put us in the 3 to 6 inches of snow. We didn't get 6 inches as far as I know. It doesn't look like it, but it snowed pretty hard all morning long. It wasn't just like an hour or two, it was all morning long. We got up really early because Simba decided that 6:30 that he was going to bug me to say, hey mama, get up, get up. And then about 7, Miss Nala thought she'd join in, and of course she just part Siamese, she cries. So Jerry woke up at 7 to her crying, and he went out and he said he'd feed them. And then he came back, and I got up to use the restroom, and next thing I know, she's in there using the litter box, which meant that she left her food out. And Jerry said, yeah, he was already, Simba was already eating it. And that's the trouble, is because if you don't stay in guard over her food, he will, if she decides she wants to leave to get a drink or do whatever, he thinks it's free for all, and he'll eat hers and then go back and finish his. And then a couple hours later, she's crying because she's hungry. She wants some wet food. She's the type of kitty that would be like a, kind of like a grazer. You give them a little bit in the morning and they just kind of nibble a little bit here and there, and then they go and maybe they sleep an hour or so, get back up, come back, and they eat a little bit. That's why we have dry food out for them. And Simba is the all or nothing. I mean, you give him the food and he just, it's right there and he finishes it. And then he turns around and he looks at her dish, and if she is gone, then he's right over there. So personality of both cats. So other than that, that's all that's going on. I haven't picked up the camera. You know, for someone who's a vlogger, I'm failing as a vlogger. I really am. I'm not recording anything, but you know, it has felt so good not to carry my phone all over the place with me and to take pictures of this and that, and just to be able to get up in the morning and leave my phone alone and have coffee and all that stuff and do what I need to do and go from one room to another without having to snap pictures. And so, but at least I'm coming on to say hi. I you know, I do understand why people who do this all the time, some days they just don't know what to say, and they almost don't come on because they feel like they have nothing to say, and then they ramble on and on and on. And other days they want to come on, and they do, and they show you everything, and it's short and sweet. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I think that I am going to go back and try to get this uploaded for whoever wants to see it, and go push play on that Agatha Christie's 7 Dials. And if anybody's watched it, what was your thoughts on it? Don't give any spoilers away. I haven't seen it all, but just say, yay, you've seen it and you liked it, or it was okay, you know. So, oh, and before I let you go, my Audible books. I said books because I got 2 of them. The one I've been reading, and not yesterday, but the day before, I got the reminder that it was ready to expire yesterday, and it said that I could renew it. And when I went to renew the loan, it said too many people are waiting in line for this, but you can still try to renew it. And it said it was renewed. Last night, they took my book back. I got the notification that said, sorry, too many people are waiting in line. Guess how many weeks I gotta wait? Because I put my name back on the waiting list because I was midway through it. 21 weeks. Weeks. It's a Christmas mystery, and 21 weeks. Jeez, old Pete's. So I guess the other book that I got out for 14 days, I best listen to that right away so they don't do the same thing. You know, I've had books before where, you know, I don't listen to them every day. And I've had them where I've gotten, you know, a day before, and I get the notification, you know, do you want to renew? And I renew it, and I have it for another 14 days. I've never had them say, we'll try it, and then the next day say, sorry. And it's not a book that I can check out just to read. It's only in Audible. So that was a blah thing. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, my friend, and hopefully your day as well. And I hope wherever you are in this winter wonderland that you are staying warm, safe, because this weekend the polar vortex is heading, and it's going to be mighty, mighty cold. if you have to be out in it. And I hope you don't, because all of our schools have been being closed because the roads haven't been the greatest, and because of the frigid air. I mean, it's just cold. I mean, the wind chills. In our area, most kids that live in the downtown area have to walk to the schools. So, and some kids, it takes a good 20-30 minutes to walk to school. So, it's a good thing. So, but it's supposed to be this way all week, so I just don't see kids going to school this week, and I just see school being extended at the end of the year like they've done before. They only have so many snow days, and then they have to make it up. So, but anyways, see you soon, my friend. As always, I appreciate you stopping by and taking time to see what Miss Teri's doing and listening to her rambles on and on and on. See you on Thursday.